gross v. Lyons.
What kind of animal is that?
Florida case law. Let's talk some law today.
Okay.
So sometimes when people are involved in accidents and sustained injuries, unfortunately they are in a subsequent accident or malpractice circumstance where they sustain additional injuries. And so Gross v. Lyons is a case that kind of addresses how a jury is supposed to consider those two independent accidents and how they affect plaintiff's claims for damages. So essentially, if the injuries are to the same body part and a jury can't apportion it out between the two accidents, then the jury can award or assign fault and responsibility to the first accident, even if the second accident caused additional injuries, if they're not able to apportion that out. So it's important law to know in order to be able to argue effectively against certain at-fault parties.
And this is very common. I know that I see it a lot in cases, where you've got somebody who had a car accident and then 2 months later they come up and they have a slip and fall and they are injuring the same body parts. It is very difficult for a jury to, unless you're talking about you break an arm in one and you break a leg in the other, it's very difficult for the jury to apportion where the injury came from.
Mm-hmm.
So Bill, how is there guidance given to the jury? I mean, like, do you get opinions from people about, accident A or slip and fall B, if it's the same? How do you do that?
You present evidence to that effect, and then there's a jury instruction specifically instructing how the jury to do it, but you would probably have most likely plaintiff's testimony about it and certainly medical evidence about it, and the medical evidence isn't clearly parsing out the injury. And a lot of times the defense attorney is more interested in parsing those things out. So they try to get experts involved to address it and say why it's different or than the first accident.
But it is ultimately up to the jury, is that right?
Yeah.